We need to talk. Okay, guys. First things first. One day at a time. Relax. This is all new to us. Actually, we're quite lucky because we've used Google Classroom. There are some teams, some students that are really lost right now, but we're not. We know what we're doing. So that is a plus. Log on to your Google Classroom. If you're logging in from a computer that is not a school computer, make sure you put the @student.newbedford.schools.org. If you're logging in from your school computer, you shouldn't have to do that. Just log in like normal. Make sure that you set the internet to your home internet. So make sure you set that up as well, or else the Chromebook is useless. It's got to be on the internet. Once you're into Google Chrome, go into My Classroom. You're already signed up for it with the exception of just a couple of students that are new to our team. Go into the Google Classroom, look at the stream. You should be checking that stream every day. At the top of the stream right now is the codes for Mr. Pryor and Mr. Richardson. That's their class codes. Make sure you pick the right period that you're in and go ahead in there and join the classroom. Remember, it's that little plus symbol in the top corner, join a class, and put in that class code. Make sure that you read everything. Go back into My Classroom. You're in your class and you can see the stream. I unmuted the stream. Be school appropriate or I'll mute you and I will report you. We have to be serious about this. It doesn't mean we can't have fun, but at the same time, this is all new to us and we're going to be out for a little while. All right. And now that you're in the stream, I want you to click on classwork. When you click on classwork, the very first thing you see is instructional videos coming soon. That's where you got this video from. Okay. Really important that you comment on this if you have any questions, and I can create another video over the next couple of days. All right, you're in there. I want you to scroll down after instructional videos where it says March Important Information. Take a look at the README first. Read through that. Then look at the March schedule. The March schedule includes next week, this coming week, or the week that we're in, really, starting Sunday. Please make sure that you go through that and recognize that there are 2 assignments every day. I've scheduled things out daily. I'm going to ask you to please do not go ahead of the schedule. Many of you did. After you look at the schedule, you'll see the important information quiz. Take that quiz. It does not count for a grade, not this one. It's mainly to see if you actually read anything, and it will give you some feedback if you get something wrong, usually. One of the questions in there was, should I go ahead in my assignments? And many of you put no, you should not go ahead. Yet many of you did go ahead. So I'm a little confused. It's really important that you follow instructions very carefully. If I have 85 students all doing a different assignment, all asking me questions about a different assignment, all on the same day, it gets really confusing and I might give you wrong information because I'm juggling so many things. Good news, you're set for this coming week. And that brings us to the April 6th date. Of course, you know we've been extended an extra month to May 6th. So I need to start working on those lessons. I've ordered a webcam that has a built-in microphone so I can download OBS, which is a streaming, it's like a free streaming software. And I should be able to use that to stream behind me PowerPoints or lessons while you can see me over in the corner and watch me if you need to. This will be just like if you were watching Twitch or watching somebody stream live on YouTube. It'll allow me to teach. On assignments, many of you have gone ahead. Please backtrack a little bit. Every single day you're reading for 30 minutes. That's half my class. The second half is you're doing a learning opportunity on Google Classroom. Each day there's one. They might take you anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. That's how I've designed it. So basically your class is just as long as it would be if you were in school. Of course, in your independent reading book, you can go ahead. You don't have to do just 30 minutes every day. You can go longer. If you finish a book, pick up another book. Don't forget, under March Important Information, there's the next category. It's called March Project. That comes from the school district, and that's what you're supposed to do with the reading book when you're done the reading book. If you go on to a second reading book, go back to the March Project. Pick a different project and do it for that book. I'll collect these when we get back. In your March learning opportunities, you'll notice I have the Jackie Robinson Common Lit. Many of you did that. So you got the day off on that day, which I think was Friday, but I can't remember. The next thing you were meant to do was the mysteries. All you had to do was go on Scholastic News and read and listen to the Sherlock Holmes play. There's a little activity that gives you tips and hints on how to be a good detective. Take a look at that. It's going to become important when you move on to the mysteries. The next assignment was the mysteries quiz. You take a quiz based on the Sherlock Holmes that you just looked at in Scholastic. Make sure you do that. Don't just skip right to the quiz. Some of you did, I know, because your scores were incredibly low. Please fix it. Be the first to solve a mystery. That is on a specific day, and I'm going to ask you, when you think you know who solved the mystery, post it in your stream. In the live stream is fine. But you can't just guess who did it. There's only a few people in each story. So if there's only a few people in each story, you have like a 33% of just randomly guessing. Okay? You have to be able to tell me why you think they did it, what their motive was, and what the proof is that they did it, and how they did it, how they got away with it. The next assignment that goes with that on the same day is the mystery CER. You have to write for me. Claim, evidence, reasoning. Follow the graphic organizer that's there for you called Solve a Mystery CER. Some of you have told me you haven't been able to open it. I'm going to fix that now. So some of you have opened it up and you realized you can't type on the mystery CER and you send me messages. Please be careful on the messages you send me. Try to stay positive and recognize this is not going to always work. And we're going to bump into problems along the way. It's okay. Typing something like, I don't get it, without telling me what it is you don't get. You have to be specific, or else I can't help you. It won't open. Doesn't tell me anything. Okay? Of course you want to send me a message if something's wrong. So please make sure you're just specific. Remember, when you open up a document, you have to click open the document. You can't type on it. Over on the right, there are 3 buttons. Boop, 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 right in a row. You're going to click that and open in a new window. When you open in the new window, you should see it with a box at the top now, right up in the center, there. And you're going to click Open With. When you click Open With, you're going to hit Google Docs, and it will make a copy in your Google Drive that you can go back to. Remember, Google Drive autosaves. This is the advantage of working from home. You could actually start working on it and go off and do something else and come back if you want. It's really easy. Don't forget to go back into Google Classroom and turn it in. Okay? Don't forget. All of you should know this already because we're the team that's done Google Drive in my class as well as in science. So you should be familiar with all of this. All right, I'm not going to run through all of the assignments for you. You should understand at this point, these are chances for you to work on your skills so they don't disappear. Some of your skills do atrophy. They do for all of us. If I don't use math in a long time and I sit down to do math, it might take me a little longer than somebody who's been doing it constantly, like an accountant or something like that. So just recognize that. I want you to keep those skills. All right, let's move on to some of your questions. Mr. S., what are we going to do about MCAS? The state has postponed it. Now remember, postpone isn't the same as cancel. Cancel is permanent, postpone is temporary. So recognize that it's just been postponed. Do I think it's possible it'll be canceled? Sure. But don't count on that. recognize that when we get back, we might just have a week or so, and then we have to take it. So, postponed. Mr. Hess, does the work we're doing at home count? Of course it does. A long time ago, I was taught by a high school teacher. There's a difference between schooling and education. Schooling is when you're learning in a formal setting, in a classroom. Okay, for example, a church, for example. Education is informal. It can happen anywhere, at any time. You're constantly learning, and it's important that we keep that cycle going. Education counts just as much as schooling does. Everything counts. Next thing I have is a little public service announcement, and that's about laptops. If you do not have your school laptop, you still have the opportunity of going to get that. Monday, they'll still be handing out laptops. Just show up at the school. Your parents drive around to the back of the school where the cafeteria doors are, and they can go ahead and pick it up. Yes, you can walk over and get it on your own, and you have to sign for it, and that's fine. I believe they're there on Monday until 3. I won't be there on Monday. I was there on Thursday and Friday, and I did contact some of you, but if you know somebody who's on our team, in our class, or somebody who's in 6th or 7th or 8th grade, and you know they need their laptop, tell them. Tell them to go get it, okay? I'm not hearing from a lot of you, although I see about half my students are logging in, maybe a little less. Go ahead and post. Go ahead and ask questions. That's what we're here for. Again, make sure your question's specific. Yeah, well, I'm sure there's plenty more I wanted to say, but I can't think of it right now. So if you think of it, comment below on this video. Actually, everybody comment on it, just so I know that you've seen it, even if it's with an emoji. Remember, keep it school appropriate. I'm being really serious about that. It's very important. All right. Good luck. If you need something, let me know. I'm going to ask you. If you comment on something, if you need help on something, recognize that Monday through Friday, between 8 a.m. and 2:45 p.m. are school hours. I will do everything I can to answer right away during those time periods. If I don't, it's very possible I'm already working on something, I'm in a meeting, because we're having meetings online, or I'm answering another student's question. But I am around, and even if I'm off doing laundry, I have my phone on me, and it pings me immediately. It lets me know immediately if you have a problem, and I can usually handle it from anywhere. If it's off hours, I may or may not answer you right away. I'll get to it, but it may not be until the next working hours, okay? All right. Back to work. Talk to you later.